Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. It's Friday Reads Live. I don't know how many people are going to be here because I know that it is July weekend. So I think there will be a little less people in the house. But if you're currently watching and you feel compelled, please come into the chat and talk to us about what you're reading today, Friday, and this weekend. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer, see if other people will come in. But I know it's the 4th of July, y'all, but it ain't the 4th of July in France. Hey, Cher, how are you? Happy Friday. Or should I say happy 4th of July? I think we're going to be a little less people in here. I hesitated about actually doing Friday reads today. I said, oh, it's 4th of July. People can be away, they can move with their families. You're not going to be coming on here doing no Friday reads. And here you are, Cher, and Chris. So welcome. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, she had nothing to celebrate this year. Oh. Um, hello, Curtis. Welcome. Happy Friday. Oh, I'm Lois in the house. I'm surprised. I thought you would be celebrating or doing something with your family and friends. But happy Friday, girl. I'm happy to see you here. Um, see. Hello, Jenna. Happy 4th of July and Friday. I'm gonna go with the happy Friday part. Um, yeah, we're gonna pass on the happy 4th of July, but thanks for the happy Friday. So what am I reading? Get right to it. I am reading Take My Hand, Dolan Perkins Valdez. This is her book, and I just started, so I don't have anything to say for the moment. It starts good, you know. Dolan Perkins Valdez, she can write. She is, yeah. I'm like really excited to read this. It came out, I think it came out 2 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, 2022. And that's when I purchased it, but I didn't get a chance to read it because I wanted to read I wanted to read Bomb first. So I did get a chance to read Bomb this year and I liked it. And now I'm heading on to this one. And then when this is done, I'm going to get to Happy Land at some point. I don't know when, but at some point I will. So I'm reading that, and I'm buddy reading this with Patrice. So this should be fun. And I am reading Madame Bovary by Flaubert, Gustave Flaubert. Well, I'm reading this with Anna. This is our July read in French. Now, this is a reread for me. I read this years ago. So long ago, I don't even remember how much I liked or disliked it. I did, yeah. I mean, I remember some of the, like the big lines of the book, but I don't remember what my reactions were to this book, if I liked it or not. Now, I do remember my oldest daughter, when she got her baccalaureate, she did L, and she had to read this book, and she absolutely hated this book with a passion. And sadly, when she went to her baccalaureate, so when they do their oral here, they have to ask it, and you just kind of have to you you pull out the subject that you're gonna present orally to the teacher. And what did old girl pull out? Madame Bovary. Her. It was not good for her. And they wound up asking her questions about a minor character in the book that she couldn't even remember the name. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. So let's see. So that's what I'm reading. Madame Bovary and Take My Hand. All right. Now, let's go back here. Okay. Hello, Jenna. Happy Friday, me plus two. Happy Friday to you too. I'm not celebrating in Cali for a family wedding. Ooh, a nice wedding. That's always I love a good wedding, but ain't nobody getting over for the moment. So we will see. Maybe one of my friends' kids will get married. Me plus said plus two said she read Take My Hand. It's good. I highly recommend the audiobook too. Okay, all right. That's good to know. Maybe I'll read some of it together. You know, I read the book and listen to the audio at the same time. Immersive reading. Okay, Amalola said, reading The Empty Eyes. No, Those Empty Eyes by Charlie Donlea. Okay. And The Bread the Devil Need by Agostina. Yeah, this one is on my Caribbean list to read, The Bread the Devil Need. I hear it's very emotional, that one. Cher said reading The Mountain Thing by Nguyen Phan K. Mai. I've heard of this one, but I have not read it. I remember a lot of people talking about it when it came out. I saw it all over Instagram all the time. So I'll be waiting to hear what you got to say, girl. Historical fiction from 1950. Yeah, okay. 1950s to 1970s in Vietnam. Okay, Amma said share the mountains sing a lot. Oh, oh goodness, hilarious. Curtis said currently reading the love songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay. Honoring Brandon Jeffers and Michael Jordan. Okay, very nice. The Life of Roland Lazenby, I guess. Books are great reads so far. Okay, well I've only heard good things about love songs. Now there are discrepancies on whether people believe that it's a few pages too long, and then there are discrepancies on how good or not so good the audiobook was. So yeah, I'm excited to read it too, but I won't be reading it. I don't think this month. Nope. Cher said to Amalula, that's encouraging. I'm about a halfway through and enjoying it so far. Looking for recs for books set in Vietnam by Vietnamese authors. If you haven't, okay, the only one I can think of, oh my god, is Viet. I'm not sure if it's Vietnam or if it's Cambodia. Um, I I'm not sure. The one I'm thinking of, it's called I think it's called In the Shadow of the Band. I don't remember if it was Cambodia or I think it's In the Shadow of Banyan. It's based on truth, but it is recounted as fiction. And the woman who wrote it, so she wrote it years later once she had her and her mother had gone to the States. And my goodness, her English is something to marvel because that woman knows how to write. Okay, In the Shadow of the Band. That is some beautiful writing in that book. You know, I don't know. Look it up, but I think that's what it is. In the Shadow of the Banyan. I don't remember the name of the lady. I can't remember if it was Cambodia or Vietnam or a bit of both. Can't remember. So that's one I can recommend for sure. Um, and the only other thing I can think of Vietnamese is Ten Nguyen, The Sympathizer and The Committed. Highly recommend both of them. Great reads. But that's it. Hey Kay, how are you? Hey DL, how's well? Hi book friends, happy holiday, happy Friday. I had to convince myself it was not Saturday. I know, right? Girl, I don't know what day it is over here either. Hello Kay, happy Friday. Getting ready to start 7 Days in June by Williams for book club. That sounds like a pretty decent summer read. I've heard a lot of people say good things about that one. DL said just finished Frog and Fury by Rachel Housel Hall. Okay, pretty good if you miss her first detective. If you miss her first detective series, okay. I also read The Girls Who Grew Big. I'm waiting for my copy to arrive. It hasn't arrived yet. So I think I won't be reading that until August, which was not better than Night Crawling, but pretty good. Okay, well, Crawling people said was pretty good. I still haven't read Night Crawling either. Amalua said Love Songs was excellent. Yeah, I'm saying it wasn't excellent. I mean, I don't know. I haven't read it, but everybody said it was excellent. But I said it's just the jury's out on whether it was too long and whether the audiobook was not so good. So I'll be ready to tell you. I think about that when I finally get to it. But I don't know if it's going to be next month or maybe in September. I don't know. I really don't. I know it's going to be this month. That's for sure. Hey Tracy, how are you? Happy Friday, girl. See, DL starting Whispers on the Lake. I think that's the title by Shanora Williams. What is Whispers on? Is that like a mystery or something? It's got like a mysterious title. DL said, "Ooh, I'm a top fan." Okay, I'm a top fan one. Hello, Margaret. How are you? Happy Friday. What are you reading? Me plus two says, I have several audiobooks going because I am moving. Oh, okay, yeah. If you're moving, girl, you ain't got time to read. And I am reading King of Ashes. Well, I've heard a lot about how good that one is. Um, Finding, I think this title is familiar. I am not Sidney Poitier. That one is hilarious. It's really good. That one. Dream Hotel. Just okay. That's a very eclectic list of books. Yeah, all interesting titles. Curtis said, K, I read 7 Days of June last year and I was torn with how the story ended with that one. That is all I will say about that. Okay, you didn't say a mouthful there, Curtis. Amalola said to me plus two, how are you finding not Sidney Poitier? I really like that book. I thought it was really good. But if you don't know Sidney Poitier's cinema work, then you might not get some of the references and the different things. But if you do know Sidney Poitier's cinema work, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Particularly have if you've seen Lily in the Field, you've seen that, yeah, you'll be all right. If you haven't, well then maybe you should watch it and that might help you. Um, but yeah, I liked it. I thought it was fun. Margaret said reading East of Eden. Oh, I love that book so much. But I reread that for the third time. I think it was 3 years ago, something like that. Love it, 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 love it. Yes, it's the best Steinbeck. That is the best Steinbeck for me. Um, so reading for Summer of Steinbeck and Emergency Sex in Preparation for Agitation August. Interesting title. Okay. First read for that. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy. I know you'll enjoy Steinbeck. I don't know about the emergency sex one, but we'll see that. Hello, Walk in the Woods. Welcome. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you're able to join. Wonderful to see you here. Let's see. Walk in the Woods is reading the autobiography of my mother. Okay, very good. Tracy said King of Ashes is something else. S.A. Cosby did his thing again. Yeah, I'm sure he did his thing because when I saw him at the Festival America, he was so excited about that book coming out. Like he was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait till you guys read it. I know you're gonna love it." And he just said like, a little bit about the family and the crematorium, and that's it. And I was like, "Oh my God, sounds interesting." So I'm excited and I'm glad his book is finally come out. Well done. Kay said, Curtis, I read it several years ago and can't remember the ending. Oh my God, you can't remember the ending? Okay. Well, I'm gonna get a surprise. Amalua said, I love not Sidney Poitier. It was hilarious read for. Yeah, I thought it was very funny. I really liked it. Curtis said Decay. Oh no. Yeah, I know. I can't believe you can't remember the ending. So that's really that right there tells you that book did not impress you um at all, really, because if you the ending, which is supposed to be problematic, then that book just kind of like went through. You were just like, okay, it was all right. You didn't love that book when you read it years ago. Margaret said emergency sex so far is three aid workers and their friendship as the world burns at the end of the Cold War. No, ugh, I don't know. That sounds like nothing I want to read right now. No, no, ma'am. Um, Tracy said Arsene and she just laughs and puts the high five up. Me plus two says to Armalola, it's phenomenal. I love it and will buy the actual book. It's hilarious. I have a feeling I will listen to it again. My only hang up is how long the chapters are for the audio. Okay. Thanks, Tracy. Tracy said, hit that thumbs button. I do appreciate if you guys hit the thumbs up. Happy to see there's at least 20 people in here enjoying a little bit of an hour of us talking about books and stuff on this 4th of July, starting 4th of July weekend. Um, so, yeah, you know, I just can't believe the speed in which July has made it. I mean, we are already the 4th of July, y'all. I feel like that's just, to me, that's crazy insane how fast mid year has gotten here. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Margaret said, I'm excited to talk about Parable of Sower. Yes, I need your S. Yeah, I know, girl. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry. Don't know. Don't know. I don't know, girl. You're gonna have to give me a week on that. Give me a week, girl. Can you give me a week, Margaret? Give me a week, and I'll let you know what my word is. Because I don't know. I don't know. Um, fancy word that strikes you. Oh my God, Margaret. I don't know. I don't know. Because it has to be a word that goes with the book, right? So I'm gonna need a week. I'm gonna need a week to figure that out. Tracy said it's going fast, but it's still the longest. I know, right? It's the longest year ever, but Jesus, it's still going really fast. And the faster it goes, the more my head spins. That's all I gotta say. Doesn't have to go with the book at all. Okay, so it just has to be like, what kind of word am I looking for now? If it doesn't have to go with the book, what does it have to go with? What kind of word is it supposed to be? An every day in eternity. Yes. Okay. Could that be my word? Eternity. Okay, I'm not joking there. Could my word be eternity? I'm just saying. Um, yeah, it's not going well, but my reading is going well. I feel like I'm reading the things that I want to read, and that's most important to me. I might not be reading like 50 million books. I mean, I'll be reading, like I'm not reading 10 books a month, which I wish I was, but I'm not because some of the books I'll be reading long as hell. Um, but I feel like the reading that I'm doing is pretty good for the most part. I've only had two real disappointments this year. No, maybe three or four disappointments. Um, but as a whole, I think I've read 33 books this year so far. Wait, I think it's 33. Um, I don't even remember how many books I've read this year. How many books have I read so far this year? I have read 33. So I feel like that's pretty good. I think I'm maybe 6 or 7 books ahead of my schedule. So I ain't mad at it. I'm hoping to read more though in August. Um, let's see. Me plus two says July is my birthday month. So happy birthday at all. Are you a Cancer or a what's the other one? Cancer, and I don't remember what the other one is. Margaret said, I'm trying to give people fun vocabulary words, critical thinking encouragement. Girl, you making me work. Like you are making me work. Margaret says to Tracy, Dee will be first guest for Agitation August, an August event I'm hosting to promote critical thinking and engagement. Uh, love more coming into this month to get people excited, including bingo. How many pages will you give a book before you do it? It depends on how long the book is. I don't know. Like, let's just use this as an example. So, I'm reading "Take My Hand." So, "Take My Hand." It's not really that big. It looks big on camera, but it's really not that big. All right. So, it's this book is 352 pages. So, I would need 100 pages of this before I would say what the heck and then stop. It's about 300 and something pages. It would be 100 pages. Now, if it's a really long book, I think I would still stop 100 pages. It's usually 100, 150 pages max before I would say this is not for me, unless it could be less pages if something is fundamentally bothering me with the writing or the style or something like that. Then I could abandon before 50 pages. But yeah, that's me. Tracy said, "Oh, okay, thanks, Margaret. Where is this going on?" It's on her YouTube channel. It's on her YouTube channel, and I think I'm going to be on there. What is it? The 4th or the 5th of August? I think it's the 5th of August. Cher said, "Despotism, malfeasance, inquisitus, give them those words to discuss." Oh my God. Um, Margaret said on my YouTube channel, I'll put stuff on IG and Blue Sky too, but interview my channel. Yeah, those are excellent words. Intense, but excellent words all the same. Margaret said I like fairs in the same vein. Yeah. Cher said to Walk in the Woods. Normally, I try to stick in there for 100 pages, but Frida McFadden taught me that sometimes 1.5 pages is all you need. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, you're killing me, Cher. You're killing me. Um, so Tracy says thanks to Margaret. She wants to know your IG. Me plus two. You won't stop for Take My Hand. No, 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 no. I love Dylan Perkins Valdez's writing. I just used that because it was the book right next to me. Um, Margaret says, just Margaret, I keep it simple. Okay. Tracy said 1.5 pages. Margaret said it's true, infrequent, but true. Yeah, Cheryl is laughing at half, but I have to admit, I'm wrong with that Frida McFadden because when I read that The Housemaid, I just was like, this is some flat ass writing. Some flat ass writing because the thing that I thought was the funniest was in the very beginning when the girl's been living in her car and she gets this job as like a nanny, cook, whatever, cleaner. And so she gets to the house and she has to go through this. They have this very large entrance and front yard and everything. And she asks a guy that's gardening, who's supposed to be a hot Italian guy. And so first thing is she says that he just kind of looks at her like a criminal, like a thug or something. don't say nothing. Basically, it starts talking to her in Italian, and she's like, "Huh?" The weirdest conversation ever in the beginning of this book. And so in the end, he basically makes it, yeah, my name is, I think his name was Enzo or something like that. And she says, "Oh, I'm this." And then she goes to knock on the door, and he starts yelling to her in Italian, "It's dangerous, pericolosi, pericolosi." I was like, okay, this is weird, this conversation. And the moment that I had that, I knew the book was done, that it was going to be awful because it was just terrible. The that first title, it was just terrible, awful, awful, awful. Um, Curtis said, "For me, when I DNF a book, it depends on the book." Yeah, it does. For some books, I may DNF at the 50-page mark or sometimes at the 100 something page mark. Kay said, "I can't wait to see the housemaid movie." Ooh, girl. Ah, that should be funny. I'm going to say, that, you know what? The housemaid movie might be in the book. That's all I'm going to say. It might be better than the book. Cher said, as reading Boyfriend, and I knew there was no way in hell I was going to spend several hundred pages with that character. Fastest DNA I've ever done. Yeah, yeah, no, it's look, it's just it's not for me, it's not for you, Cher, but some people out there love it. I don't know what to tell you. They love it, girl. They love it. I know some people who love it, and there's it is what it is. But I have a feeling if they do the housemaid as a movie or whatever, the movie gonna be better than the book for sure. Because the movie is going to fill in the gaps that are missing in her book. I think. Kay said her books are not meant to be taken very seriously. Nobody said they have to be taken seriously. They're just poorly written. That's all. They're just poorly written. I mean, if you're doing a mystery, the last thing you want to do is poorly write your mystery. So there's no more mystery. The whole point everybody's reading is because it's for the mystery. I mean, there's a good mystery and there's a not so good mystery. And it's not a good mystery because a lot of it is pretty predictable and highly unlikely. But hey, most people when they read books, they don't care about being highly unlikely. They're not looking at it being highly unlikely. But I still think a movie is going to be better than the book because they're going to be able, because it's a visual, they're going to fill in the gaps that were missing in the book, the written. So I'm sure, I don't know if it's going to go on streaming or at the movie. It's probably going to be streaming, I think. Oh, thanks so much, Walk in the Woods. Very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you. Um, I think that it will be something better to watch because I know they're going to fill in those gaps. It's particularly, I think it feels something more like we're on a stream, not at the movie theaters. And streaming, I think it will work really well. And I think they will do it well, and people will like it better. That's my opinion. Because they won't see all the stuff that's like not great. That you see in the book that is it doesn't hold water. As a visual, I think they're gonna make that look, really good. And I mean, I wouldn't be. Is it Netflix that's doing it, or is it Hulu? Because Netflix is also doing another adaptation for another. Um, I don't know what you want to call it. I mean, I wouldn't call it a mystery. It's one that's called How to Kill Your Family. This this isn't much of a mystery because you're following the main character who is set out to kill her family. And this book has a lot of little things with it that are not great. an annoying main character, a terrible ending, and God only knows what else is wrong with the book. I read it with my book club in Normandy, and Netflix is doing an adaptation. Okay, if Netflix does an adaptation, I have a feeling it's going to be very watchable. It's going to be much better than reading the book. Now, the girl that's going to be in the adaptation is the same girl that was in The Queen's Gambit. If you saw The Queen's Gambit, you know that movie, that Netflix adaptation, because The Queen's Gambit is a book and they adapted it. If you've seen The Queen's Gambit adapted on Netflix, the girl that plays the main character there is going to be in How to Kill Your Family. So there you have it. Let's see. Cher says, I watch almost no TV, but since I just finished oh, you finished! Yay! Les Miserables. I might watch the musical. Yeah, I wanted to watch a musical, not on Netflix, on Netflix, I think it was. There's one I wanted to watch there, and there's another one I think I wanted to watch on YouTube or something. But everybody says one that's the one to watch is the theater one. I think is the one that's really good, not the movie one with Russell Crowe. The one with Russell Crowe in it, they say it's terrible. But the theater one is better. That's what I hear. Tracy says, How to Kill Your Family. Lord, what a title. Yeah, because that's exactly what the book is about. The girl grows up with just her mother. The mother died at like, I think when she's kind of on a youngish side. And before she dies, the mother goes to the father, who she's no longer having a relationship with, because the father, it was like a fling for the father, who's this rich man. But the mother really liked the man. And so when she got pregnant, tried to see if he would, have a relationship with the daughter and everything. And he said no. So she was on her own with her daughter, but then she dies, and then the daughter grows up with this idea of this family. It's this her father and her father's family as family that didn't want her. And so she gets the idea that she's going to kill them all. So basically, you watch her do that through the book. So she'll go to the different family members and she kills them in the weirdest way. You get into her planning and everything. Some people can find that kind of funny and interesting. I just found it I found her annoying as a person because you're like in her head all the time. She's kind of an annoying person. But who knows? Maybe if Netflix does it, it might turn out to be a lot better than the book. So we have to see about that. Tracy said people are gonna read that book to get ideas. Well, the ways that she kills people. I mean, I feel like there's a lot easier ways to kill people than the way she went about doing it. I mean, she doesn't take the easy road out to kill some of these family members. That's all I gotta say. There are other movies you could watch and get better ideas. So, yeah. um, so since we're in July, I was trying to think of some good summaries. Does anybody have any summaries they want to recommend to people? Because I was like sitting here trying to think of light summer read, and I was like, I don't have any light summer reads. I can't think of any light summer reads. Wait, this popped up so fast. Okay, Natalie says they did a movie version of Les Miserables with Anne Hathaway. Yeah, that's the one. It's the one with Russell Crowe because he can't sing apparently. Margaret said, all right, I gotta, oh, you gotta go fix your face for productivity stream. All right. Happy weekend. Bye bye, Margaret. Ciao, ciao. Cher said, oh Lord, I thought Tracy was talking about me. Get ideas from that one. No, she was talking about getting ideas from How to Kill Your Family, the one I was telling you about. Talking about said Les Miserables movie starring Anthony Perkins was good. It's on YouTube. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Margaret said, "Oh, also your picture for the graphic. I sent you the picture. You didn't get it? Oh, I need to send it again. Then look in your box. I sent you a picture. If you didn't get it, send it to me again and let me know. Send me an email if you didn't get it, and I'll send it back to you. But I know I sent a picture. I did do some work, Margaret. I did do some work, girl. Oh, wait. Mm, wait. I don't see it. I'll have to send it to you again. I don't find it. I'll send it to you again. I'll send it tonight. Don't worry. Don't worry, Margaret. All right. So, can anybody think of any good reads that are not too that are not depressing or too intense? Like I would recommend an essay Cosby for a summer read. I know that sounds crazy, but I would because it's that kind of thriller that you could read in summer and really like enjoy. And there's another one I would recommend is Clan Noir, which is from the Noir series. Oh my god, I would definitely recommend that. So good. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna give this one a try as a light summer read. Savvy Summer and the Sweet Potato Crimes. Ooh, interesting title. A mystery by Sandra Jackson Opoku. Okay. Wait. I think I have one. Let me see if I have it here. I do have it here. I'm gonna try this one. A Murder for Miss Hortense by Mel Pennant. I'm gonna try this one as a summer read. This is like a I don't know. I guess it's cozy mystery. Retired nurse, avid gardener, renowned cake maker, and fearless sleuth, Miss Hortense has lived in Biggleswade, a quiet Birmingham suburb, since she immigrated from Jamaica in 1960. She takes great pride in her home, starching her lace curtains bright white, and she can tell if she's shortchanged on turmeric before she's even taken her first bite of a beef patty. 35 years of nursing have also left her afraid of nobody, but they, a local drug dealer or a priest, and an expert in deciphering other people's secrets with just a glance. Ms. Hortense uses her skills to investigate the investments of the Partner Network, a special community of Black investors determined to help people succeed. But when an unidentified man is found dead in one of their homes, a Bible quote noted down beside his body, Miss Hortense's long buried past comes rushing back to greet her, bringing memory of the worst moment of her life. So it says it is the time for Miss Hortense to solve a mystery that will see her and the community she loves tested to their limits. So yeah, and this is the author is called Mel Pennant, and here she is right here, Mel Pennant. So this one, it's Baskerville, the one that published this one, and this one came out not so long ago. It doesn't have the exact month, but I think it came out maybe a month or two ago. UK book. So yeah, this I think will make a good summary, sure. And this is another one that will make a good summary. This is a graphic novel though. But always graphic novels always make great summaries in my opinion. The title is, I'm gonna write it in chat if I can. A murder for Miss Hortense by Mel Pennant. There you go. That's this one right here. So I think this will make a good summary. We don't have anything else here that would make it a summary. I don't know. Wait, let's see. The Supremes that all you can eat. Yes, that would make great summary. Wonderful book. Or White Ivy by Susie Yang. Oh, I don't know this one. White Ivy. What is that about? White Ivy. White Ivy by Susie Yang. Okay, I'm gonna look that one up. I don't know that one. Yeah, I was the same. I don't have a lot of light breed. Oh, here's one. Okay. This one's The Secret Lives of Baba Seji's Wives. This is a great read. This is the kind of book that you could take with you on a holiday. It's fairly short. It comes in at 245 pages, and it's just pure gold. Really, really good, that one. Another one is oh my god, I've got to look all these up because they're like it's like a mini series, that one. Let's see. I should have grabbed some of these books because let's see what's it called. Okay, so I would recommend books by Sunyati. Those are really good summer reads. So the first one I would recommend, okay, so these two, you have to read The Polygamist first by Sunyati. That's the first one. You got to read that first. And then after that, you read The Gold Diggers. That's this one right here. Oh my God. It's killing me. Sunyati. Then, okay, so those two, they go together. So you read The Polygamist and then you hop over to The Gold Diggers. Now, if you don't want to do like the duology thing, then you should read the other one that she has, which is called A Family Affair. This one is good. This is like a really good summary too. If I remember correctly, it's on the long side. Not too long, Yeah, it's on the long side. 468 pages, but it reads really fast. Really good storytelling. Sunyati, who is she's from Zimbabwe, and she often writes about her characters are often either in Zimbabwe and South Africa, or just in one or the other. So yeah, really, really good those. Let's see. Okay. Tracy said the Blanche series. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The what's her name? The Blanche series is very good. So you have Blanche on the Lamb. The other one is Blanche Passes Go. There's four of them, but really, really good reads. Cher said White Ivy is a thriller with an anti-hero heroine that you like, even though you feel dirty for liking her. Oh, I'm interested now. I'm gonna definitely look that one up. Walk in the Woods said, "Did you read Black Betty?" Yes, I did. Yeah, I did read Black Betty. That was good. Uh, that's your next book in the series. Yeah, that one is good. Because remember, Black Betty is the one. It's got kind of deep blue background with the chick with the hair and everything. Yeah, that one is good. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be. All of that series, the Walter Mosley series. All of that is could be a summer light read. Notice a lot of thrillers we're coming up with because thrillers have that way of I feel like they can go between summer and winter so easily. Okay, wait. Walk in the Woods said 24 seconds from now by Jason Reynolds. Okay, I don't read YA, but I can see how this could be because Jason Reynolds is a very good YA writer. And of course, people would definitely take that as a great summer read. Cher said, Here Comes the Sun. I could recommend that by Nicole Dennis Ben. It's not the lightest thing, but yeah, it does fit into that summer read situation. It's not super light though for sure. Let's see. Oh, I know one. The God of Good Looks. That's a perfect summer read. The God of Good Looks, so good. I don't remember what the girl's name is though, but that was the Caribathon read 2 years ago, I think it was. The God of Good Looks. Let's see if I can get it. The God of Good Looks. Yeah, here it is. Here. Her name is Brianna McIver or McIver. McIver. This one. Really, really good. This one is light. It's done really, really well, that one. Yeah, definitely the God of Good Looks for sure. Um let's see. Tracy said that's such a good one. Yeah, the God of Good Looks. That one was a fun. I would even recommend Passion Tide by Monique Roffey. Passion Tide. I would definitely recommend Passion Tide uh, because it's they're looking for who murdered this Japanese tourist, but it puts you in the Caribbean from the language point of view, and it's you do get like of the Caribbean life and just everything that's going on, but at the same time, it has a little bit of its messiness and stuff could lend itself to being a pretty good summer read. So I'm not against it as a summer read. Now somebody recommended this book to me, The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Mm, mm. We're gonna see. I'm not sure, but that's one somebody recommended me, the Berry Pickers. So, let's see if there's anything else I can recommend. Mm. I would definitely recommend the definitely recommend the Arab Abir graphic novel. That would be a great summer read. Let's see if I can find it in here. I can't find it on this freaking thing. The future. Yeah, here it is. So I would definitely recommend this one. There are, I think, 5 books in this series. This graphic novel. This is such a good read. It's funny. It's got all the different emotions. Sad, funny. It's got everything. Um, and the fact that it's a graphic novel, that means that your reading isn't so. When you read graphic novels, it's not the same as when you read a book. It's not so intense. But it's something that you can, because you're looking at pictures a lot and you got little bubbles and things, so you can read and feel that the reading is a little lighter, even if the subject matter can sometimes be a little difficult. Yeah, I don't know either, but I'm gonna try it. I mean, I got it here, so I'm gonna try it and and we'll see. But if I don't like it, I'll be DNFing the bitch because I don't stick around with these. What was 302 pages, so it's pretty short. So I don't know. We gonna see. Um, yeah, the graphic novel. He has a new one out, and it's about his bro. It's from his brother's point of view. So if you've been reading the Herb of the Future, you've read all of them or some of them. You know that his brother is always like kind of there during his recounting, but he's not the main subject of the story. Whereas in the second series that he started, it's from his brother's point of view. So that's also something as well. But the thing is, it has not been translated yet. It came out in French maybe a year ago. So I don't think it's ready to be translated just yet. But when I hear something, I'll let you know. So I think those are the ones I can think of that make good summer reads. Um, oh, you're on book 4. Yeah. Okay. So you're almost at the end. That it's a great graphic novel. I'm sure I'll reread that graphic novel again because it was really good. Um, he's very good at talking about his family and talking about his racist daddy. And I mean, they're funny. The whole thing is some of it's really, really funny. So yeah, I would say pick up a graphic novel. All graphic novels are great. It's a different way of reading. So it changes a little bit, and it could, like I say, you can break off from a graphic novel a lot quicker than you can break off from a novel itself. So that's something that you might want to pick up. Walking and listen. I'm looking at you looking at that book and laugh out loud. I hope that book is thrown. Well, the one that I wanted to throw out the window was 50 words for rain. That's the one I want to throw out the window. I don't know. We're gonna see. Somebody told me in my book club that this was good, so like I trust my good my Normandy book club people. Girl, we gonna see. I don't know. I don't know. We gonna see. I'm gonna let you know if Barry Pickers is gonna work because I don't know. I have my doubts. But yeah, we're gonna see. So what I will probably do is in August, I'm probably gonna try to read shorter books because I've got tons of short books here that I want to read. Um, they're all like under 250 pages, pretty much. There's like maybe let's see, there's about 6 or 7 I have right here in front of me. So if that's the case, then that's probably what I'll probably do is read as many short ones as possible. But I would like to get to this a murder from Miss Hortense because this looks like it could be really good. All right. Hey, musical Tati. Tatiana's in the house. No, you didn't miss us. We're still here. We're talking about summer reads. Can you think of any books that you would recommend as a summer read? I would recommend Dawn as a summer read. Octavia E. Butler. I would definitely recommend that. I would recommend Dawn for sure because that's like it's mysterious and it kind of like hooks you right from the beginning. I would definitely recommend that. Um, definitely a good one. Dawn by Octavia Butler, which is the first book in the Lilith Brood series or the what is it called? Genesis series, I think it's called. That's what I would recommend. Tatiana said, I read more heavy books in the summer because I don't like the heat. Oh, okay, girl. Yeah, Xenogenesis. Well, trying to think. There was another one that I could recommend for summer that was good. Trying to think because there's some that I think of like on the top of my head that could be good because they're not too heavy, but um, trying to think, not too heavy, but still worth the read. Um, let me see if I go like this because I'm not picking up what I want. Oh, and I started reading Let Me Love You. Well, not reading, I was listening to it. Um, funny. It's about to get good right away. Um, oh, I would recommend also Bedrock Faith by Eric Charles May. Bedrock Faith is really good. Okay, let's see. Olivia said just finished Heartwood by Amity Grace and loved it for some read. Okay, can you tell us a little bit what it's about? Bedrock Faith, if you don't know what it's about a black neighborhood. I think it's in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. And there's a youngish, well, I would say teenager type, like 17, and he kind of like terrorizes this black neighborhood that he lives in. So much so that he does something really bad and then he winds up going to prison. So I don't know, the neighborhood is calm for, a couple of years. And then the next thing you know, they realize that this young man is getting out of prison again. Except now he's like a born again Christian and he has a pit bull that he walks around the neighborhood with. This book, read it. All I'm gonna say is read it. It's really good. Read it. Perfect. Somebody read that. Olivia says mystery of a missing hiker, but lots of great mother-daughter stuff, poetry, outdoorsy stuff. Okay, that sounds interesting. Okay, for the people that just came in, what am I reading? I'm reading Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez, and I'm reading Flaubert. I'm reading Madame Bovary by Flaubert. That's what I'm reading today and this weekend and next week. Yes, Elena Ferrante. I would recommend that for summer. The quartet. I would recommend the quartet for sure. Very very good. The quartet. Uh, yes, I do mean Let Me Love You by Alexandria. I started listening to it on the way to work yesterday. I had about half an hour in the car, so I said, "Listen to this." So I started listening to it, and it's interesting. I can kind of see what's a little bit in the future what could happen. Um, but yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. I only listened to 30 minutes, so like I don't have any opinions or anything, because it was only 30 minutes. I pretty much got who the main characters were and what the setup is. So who knows? I might, go back to it and finish it at some point in the next 5 days, but probably not because I do want to focus on the which are buddy reads. Um, these are buddy reads, so I want to be focused on that. But who knows? I might drag along Alexandria House alongside it because I'm reading that on my own, so I can just listen to it. Curtis said I would recommend His Only Wife by Peace Medi. Yeah, I remember that when it came out. I didn't read it though, but I remember it. There was some very funny moments in that book. Okay, cool. Um, that's the one where the girl goes to get married and the guy ain't there, but she still gets married, if I'm not mistaken. Olivia says, I just discovered romance author Carly Fortune, who writes books that are all Blake side. Her first is Every Summer After, and they are funny and sweet and wonderful. Okay. Walking in the Woods said musical Tati Genesis should be a movie. I know, right? It should be. Lakeside. Oh, okay, Lakeside. I'm sorry. Um, Tracy said that's kind of different. Yeah, of course, it's different for me. We said let's do something different this year because we did. Last year we did Wind Blood, which was very intense in some places. I don't remember what we did the summer before that, but it was something intense, if I remember correctly. So I said, let's do something different. Let's do a romance for a change. So yeah, so I was recommended by Peter Alexandria House, particularly that book. So that's what we gonna read. Yeah, that's what we gonna read. Tatiana said, I don't trust folks after what they apparently did with Kim. Oh yeah, Kendrick, that didn't go down well. That wasn't good at all. Not at all. Well, if it's a black director, like if it's somebody like Ava DuVernay or somebody like Spike Lee or if it's somebody like that, I'm down. But if it's anybody else, I'm like not. I won't be happy to see that because they're gonna mess it up. I mean, they're gonna mess it up for sure. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Um, wait, let me see. I was trying to see. I think. Mm, trying to think if there's another one that can make a good summer read that is already. Mm, I can't think. Walk in the Woods said they did mess up Kindred. Yes, they did. I heard. Tracy said, talk about something different. The Ghost of Gwendolyn Montgomery by Clarence A. Haynes. Definitely different. Clarence is a really nice. Is really nice. I went to his discussion last weekend. Okay. I was told not to watch Kindred. Yeah, a lot of people said it in here. Some people had said it. They said, no, don't do it. Don't watch it. Oh, Tatiana, would the book you recommended me to review, would that make a good summer read? What's it called? The I can't think of the name of the book. You know it, Tatiana. What's the name of the book? The one that you recommended me that you said, oh, I gotta read it, I gotta read it. The one that you told me that you want me to read by Tanana Reeve Do. Yeah, The Good House. Would that make a good summer read? The Good House. Would that be a good summer read? Or is that like more like an autumn read, a winter read? Or could it switch up for both? I don't know. Tracy said they did a terrible job with Kindred. They changed and it was awful. Yeah. For me, yes, it takes place. Oh, it takes place in summer. Okay. Okay. I have to do some swapping around now. I'm swap some things around. The Good House. All right. Why do you think I would enjoy it in the autumn? That's funny you say that. You said it's set in the summer, but you think I'm going to enjoy it more in the autumn. Why is I'm going to enjoy it more in the autumn? Let me know because I don't understand. Uh, always just like how I hear that it sounds like a summer read. Another one that'd be a good summer read is the Book of Night Women. That would make a summer read. I read it in the summer. Absolutely loved it. Okay, it's intense, but I still loved it. Of every freaking minute of that book. And get the audiobook because it's fantastic. Definitely good reading that for summer. Those are all the ones I can think of like that off the top of my head because it's not easy. Okay, Cher said, if it is The House by Anne Leary, it was so good, great on audio. Cher said, I love the first sentence. I can walk through a house once and know more about its occupants than a psychiatrist could after a year of sessions. Ooh, wow. No, This Good House is by Tananarive Due. And I know it's got a ghost in it or some shit like that. But I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Um, WA says, hi Dee. I'm currently reading Pursuit of Happiness. Who's that by? Is that what's her name? That's a familiar title to me, The Pursuit of Happiness. Oh, never mind. I don't do scary books. Too much of a weenie. Yeah, I mean, she says it's not scary. She says I'm gonna be fine. You know, Douglas Kennedy. Okay, I was trying to get the name out, but I just could not get Douglas Kennedy out. They really like Douglas Kennedy here in France too. They read a lot of his books in translation. I think I read maybe one Douglas Kennedy book. I just remember the name of it. Um, I think that Douglas Kennedy was the woman was what's it called, something like this, the senator's wife or something like that. Was that Douglas Kennedy? I don't remember. It was a long time ago. No, that wasn't Douglas Kennedy. Scratch that. That was Sue Miller. I don't remember what I read. I read one book by Douglas Kennedy, I think. I just don't remember which one it was. I don't remember. Um, Tatiana said, it's not scary, in my opinion. Very atmospheric, but not scary. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna be all right. I'll read it in the summer. Walking in the Woods said, have you read Betsy Brown? I have not read Betsy Brown yet. And I'm a into Shoki Shonde fan, but I have not read Betsy Brown. And I haven't read, there's another one I haven't read by her. Yeah, Betsy Brown looks like it could be a summer read. I don't know how light it will be though, because into Saki Shange's writing is often entails quite a lot of intense stuff. Um, Let me see. There was another one by her I haven't read either. Betsy Brown. What else have I read by her? Um, I haven't read Liliane. I haven't read Liliane yet. But I did Some Sing, Some Cry. That would make a good summer read, but it's long. So I wouldn't recommend it because I know some people don't like reading long books, particularly not in summer. And that book is in the 568 pages. So scratch that as a summer read. Cher said to Tatiana, okay, that I can handle. I see the Goodreads horror tag and usually note out. Yeah. Curtis is asking me the Book of Night Women would be a great read. Yeah, I think so. I loved it and definitely need to be read with audiobook. Definitely, for sure. Um, mm, Chris Gardner. Who's Chris Gardner? I don't know who that is. But yeah, definitely for the Book of Night Women, definitely read that with the audio in summer. Fantastic. It's a wonderful read. You're going to be hooked. That'll be one of the books you read the fastest in the summer because like the moment you put it down, you just want to get back to it. So good. Um, yeah, I always champion that. It's a great read. Okay, Tracy's singing about another book. Chris Gardner. I don't know who Chris Gardner is. Um, I don't know. I was trying to think. I know there's somebody else that could be good for summer. Um, I'm gonna go with anything Leonard Pitts Jr. could be good for summer, even though his books sometimes can be a little intense here and there. I still think you could read them in summer. Like I feel like the one that works the best in summer would be Grant Park. That's the one I would recommend for summer more because it is on the shore side and it does have funny things in in the book. So I would go with Grant Park for Leonard Pitts Jr. Yeah, Some Sing Some Cry was good, even though you tell it was written by two people. And the fact that it's 568 pages is gonna definitely be a no from people because it's too long. They're gonna say it's too long. They're not taking Some Sing Some Cry to the beach. They're gonna say that's too long. So unless they're a Kindle lover, and they might. Um, but I did love it. I did love it. I thought it was very good. It had a lot of music in it, and it had a lot of poetic phrases, things, and the what was it? 7 generations. So if you like family stories, that's the one because it has 7 generations in it. Very, very good. Very, very good read. Uh, Tracy says, Chris, The Pursuit of Happiness. Okay. They made it into a movie with Will Smith. Okay. I haven't read the book and seen the movie. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about those. Um, my TBR is getting long. Many good books. I know. Yeah, There's so many good books. We're just trying to think of summer reads because we are in the middle. Starting to be in the middle of summer, and I thought, why not talk about summer reads before summer really gets going? Um, but I'm kind of running out because I'm trying to avoid talking about, suggesting books for summer that happen to be uber intense, you know. Um, because this is always the problem. I mean, I can give people good recommendations, but you're gonna have to like get it. You're gonna have to get your mind right for most of them because most of them have a lot of intense stuff in them. So, and I know some people are very careful about their mental health these days and reading books that are a lot less labor intensive on, things that can make people very unhappy to read. So I totally get it. That's why I'm trying not to think of those books. I'm trying to think of other books that are on the lighter side of the spectrum. So yeah. So that's about it. I don't have anything else to say. What you doing for the 4th of July? Are we barbecuing? Are we just saying no? We're gonna keep it at home, low key. We're not doing no barbecue. We just gonna, I don't know, do some snacky snacks or charcuterie board or something. Read or watch some Hulu or something like that. What are y'all doing for the 4th of July? Let me know. I ain't doing nothing. Okay, I ain't doing nothing. Technically, it's a work day for one of the couple. It's work day for my husband. I have off on Friday, so we ain't doing nothing. When he comes back, we're just gonna have dinner and keep it moving. Okay, so we ain't doing nothing. What y'all doing? That's what I want to know. What y'all doing? Waiting to see who pops up with what they're doing. Tatiana said, I'm reading and playing games. No cooking out. May do some planning. I hear you on all that. Sheriff said, crying. We're crying. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Ain't nothing wrong with cooking and playing games. It's your day off. That's the way to do it, girl. Reading, playing games. No cooking out. All right. Let's see. Have a great weekend. Have everyone. Thanks for all the great book recs. Bye bye. Share. Have a great weekend. Now they say barbecuing and hanging with the fam. Okay. Well, that's how we usually 4th of July. We barbecue, hang out with the fam. Pursuit of Happiness is nonfiction. Yeah, okay. I am nonfiction. I slow my roll on nonfiction. It's got to be particular. It's got to be recommended. by the right people, and I have to really be interested in what it is. Because if I'm not that interested, I'm not reading it. I don't have the bandwidth to focus. Focus, because you need focus when you're reading nonfiction. You can't read nonfiction willy nilly. You gotta focus. And if I'm not ready to focus, I'm not picking up no nonfiction. Olivia said teenager is requesting a James marathon. Oh, okay, a Jaws marathon. Look, I don't think I've seen. Now I have seen one at least three times. I saw it in the movie theater. My mom brought me to see Jaws when it first came out. And I was kind of young side, and I'm like, "Are you trying to terrorize me, mom? You don't want me to go to the beach? What the heck?" Um, but yeah, I've seen Jaws quite a few times. I saw it in the cinema when it came out. I saw it other times. Yeah, I know. My mom brought me to see Jaws. My mom was bringing me to see all kind of crazy ass movies that I really think I shouldn't. Like she brought me to see. It was James Bond. I think it was Goldfinger, the one where the woman is laying like on the bed and she looks like she's like solid gold or whatever. She brought me to see that one, I think, in the cinema as well. I was like, Mom, really? She gave no F's. She just brought me to the cinema. Brought me to the cinema. Way, shape, or form. Natalie says, what about Gloria Miller Mama Day for I would not recommend Mama Day for a summer read. Just because the way the book is written, I think a lot of people would get frustrated with it and not going to be reading that as a summer read. Yeah, Jaws turned 50 and I was 8. I saw that bitch. My mom took me to see Jaws when I was 8, okay? Oh my God. She said the last nonfiction she truly enjoyed was Bits and Pieces. My mother, my brother, and me were both. I really did enjoy that one as well. But it was very well. And for that one, just skip the book, get the audio. Because Whoopi reads it, and she puts so much of herself into it when she's reading it. It's so good. Yeah, I saw Jaws when I was 8 at the movie. My mama. Yeah, Tatiana said she DNF for Dave less than 20% left in the book. Woo, child. Yeah, you weren't getting along with that one. I read Mama Day all the way back in college. I remember in college, I didn't love it when I read it. Now, I did like The Women of Brewster Place, but I did like Mama Day for some reason. I can't remember exactly what it is now because it's been so long since I've read it, but I remember not enjoying it. But I did enjoy, like I said, Women of Brewster Place. Great novel. Um, so why didn't you get along with it? What was the problem with it, Tatiana? Natalie says I was 8 also, and my sister read us the book. She was the original audio. Oh my God, she read you the book. Y'all must have been terrorizing me. But I mean, I feel like back in the day, parents took kids to see weird ass movies like that. They probably shouldn't have been taking them to see, but they took them anyway. So yeah, there you have it. Um, Tatiana said, I just didn't give a damn about the characters. I like the grandma and aunties. Yeah, but you can say it was a little unbalanced in the way it was told. Um, oh, and it was Injuria was asking me why we weren't getting along with When We Were Birds. That was interesting. I was like, girl, I can't write an essay here, but we did not get along with Yajide's point of view. And And Jerry said that was her favorite part. I said, "Well, good for you, girl. It was not mine." Oh my god, it was not my favorite part. I said I liked Darwin's point of view, and she said, "Oh no, his point of view wasn't as good." I was like, "To you?" It was hilarious. It was really funny. Um, and then wait, there was something else she had said. Um, yeah, because it said something like it was missing information for us to really understand her or whatever. And she said, "Oh, I thought it was written so well." She said 2.7. I thought it was a 5 star. I went, "Oh boy, here we go." And Jerry was like, "What y'all doing in that book club? How y'all saying this is 2.7?" Ah. Oh my God. Walking the Woods said, "I enjoyed Mama Day in places, but some of it was difficult to follow." Yeah, it is. Have you read the men? No, I have not read the Men of Brewster Place. But I love the Women of Brewster Place. So that might be something I need to revisit and try to go and read the Men of Brewster's Place. Um, Tatiana said, "I have an idea as to why that may have been the case, but Judy's part was just poorly done." Yeah, I think so as well. But you can go ahead and argue with Injury. I want to go argue with Injury because I ain't have like space to write like an essay down in the comment section. So I just told her short and sweet, like, nah, it wasn't complete or whatever. And she told me she thought it was a 5 star, and I said it definitely was not a 5 star for me. No way. Um, but I appreciated that point of view that Anna brought, which is from the because there was nobody Caribbean in there that night except for Anna. So her bringing in that point of view of the Caribbean, that made me understand a little better what the author might have been trying to do that we weren't getting. So shout out to Anna for that. Big ups to Anna for letting us see that point of view that we were struggling like mad to, get an understanding or sense of. So I said, yeah, that was good. Nah, I ain't arguing about it. I was just like, girl, no, it was not a 5 star for us. Okay, it was a 4 star for Anna. It wasn't even a 5 star for Anna. But anyway, she gave it 4. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Gloria Naylor's one of is that author that I feel like you're either gonna like it or not like it. Her stuff, like Women of Brewster Place, I think is the only thing I really like truly from her backlist. Now, the only two things I've read was Women of Brewster Place and Mama Day. I didn't read anything else. Now that tells you right there that I was probably not really into it like that. Um, as opposed to somebody like Alice Walker, which I've read quite a few Alice Walker's work, or um, Toni Morrison, or I don't know, you think of some people. But it's true, Gloria Nail. Like I have not read Linden Hills yet. I haven't read The Men of Brewster Place, so yeah, it's yeah, it's yeah, it's different. The cafe book was good. Oh, Bailey's Cafe. I've not read Bailey's Cafe either. I mean, I think I own Bailey's Cafe, and I think I might have an old copy of The Men of Brewster Place, but I haven't read either one of those. Hello, readers, gotta read. What are you reading? Um, yeah, I think Gloria Naylor just wasn't really one of my favorite, writers that I just was like, oh yeah, I really want to read everything. No, I think after I read Mama Day, I was like out. I was like cold. I was like, no, I'm good. And so I didn't read anything else because I really did love Women in the Place. That was the first thing I read, and then we had to read Mama Day, And then after that, I was like, oh God, I don't want to read nothing else now. So, I don't know. It is what it is. Sometimes it's like that. Some authors they don't. That's like for me, um, what's her name? Who wrote oh my God, what is her name? I'm like blanking on her name now. Who wrote I can't think of the name of the book right now. But this author, I read maybe one or two of her books, two or three of her books. And after that, I was like, anything else I picked up, I was like, what is this? I don't know. I just couldn't get into her writing anymore. I'm thinking about no, not Gail Jones. Now, Gail Jones, that's another story. Okay. Yeah, another story. Because Cora Jadora loved. Eva's Man loved. Um, I haven't read The Healing yet. Haven't read the other one was called Mosquito. I think I tried to read that one and I DNF'd. Um, and then there are her new books. So I own one. I own Butter, which is like I think it's a short story collection. And I own the other one, which is called Palmyra, which I'm scared to death to pick up because I've heard nothing but horrible things about it. And then there's the other one that she wrote. Not it's a short story collection or a short novel. I don't know what's happened to Gail Jones, but I think she lost her mojo somewhere down the line. It's not working for her. Hello, Katrina. How are you? What are you reading? Uh, okay, I didn't know Walking the Woods that Bailey made into a movie. I didn't know that. It didn't follow the book and was kind of artsy. Oh, well then what's the point? I hate when they do that when they take literally the title and they don't do anything similar to what's in the book. That's crazy to me. Readers Gonna Read said finished Finding Me by Viola Davis. Yeah, I know this is a heartbreaking one. Apparently, I haven't read it yet. Um, I'm trying to think of the book. I'm trying to think before the author's trying to think of before. She's one that wrote How Stella Got Her Groove Back. What is this woman's name? I can't remember. Olivia said that's what happened to me with Marlon James. I started Seven Killings, and it's literally the one book I have DNF'd in years. Made me afraid to pick any. Yeah, you see, that's why everybody says that Seven Killings is his best book, but I don't think it's his best book. I think it's a good book, but I personally think it's the Book of Night Women that's his best book. And it's one that I recommend because I know that when somebody reads that one, they're going to get hooked on it and they're gonna love the book. Um, Seven Killings. This is something different. This is you got to be invested in that book, and then you need an audio to go with the book. And even better, if you're gonna read it with the audio, it with friends so that you can talk it through. You're reading it. It's not a book necessarily that you will love and enjoy on your own necessarily. So yeah. So wait, who wrote How Stella Got Her Groove Back? Anybody remember who that is? I definitely think Olivia, you should try the Book of Night Women because I know you're gonna love it. Get the audio, either get the book, but get the book and the audio together, or just get the audio. You're going to love it. It's the best. Terry McMillan, yes. she's the one I have an issue with because I read a couple of her books and like two or three of her books. But I guess it's because they were her older work. And I think that might be the problem. It's her older work that I like better than her newer work. Because her newer work, I think I was home one time and I bought one of her new books and I cracked it open while I was staying at my mom's. And I think I got past page 30. I was like, what the fuck am I reading? I wound up leaving the book there. Brand new, spanking brand new hardcover book, probably cost me like $25 or something. And I wound up leaving it in at my mom's place. I could not get that to save my life. Couldn't get into it. And I think there was another new one that came out, and I have it here. And I tried to pick it up two or three times, and it just does not work. No. Katrina is reading The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. I'm still with my gobble gum. I'm sure it's going to be good. Layla Motley is supposed to be a wonderful writer. So I think it's like that sometimes. Some authors, they get us. Their work is just for us, and we really really love it. And sometimes there's some writers, it's just like they're writing just for us, and it's like that. So yeah. Anyway, all right, I'll let y'all go. Get back to the barbecue, the cookout, the staying at home and reading, or whatever you're going to be doing today. Enjoy your day off, family and friends, or on your own. Get some great reading in this weekend, and I will see you guys next Friday. Yes, Disappearing Acts was good, but that was an older work. I think I like her older work better. Her new work, it's not. Alrighty, bye bye.